Welcome to Real Civil YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to solve a truss by using a graphical method. Okay, this is the problem statement. I have solved this entire truss by manually, but I will show you how to solve this truss by graphical method. This is one of the interesting, fascinating, and the most simplest method of analysis of truss. So the same problem I have formulated, or you can say drawn, in the AutoCAD. Okay, so here you can see the same problem I have drawn. At joint A there is a hinge support, at B there is roller support. There are 2 point loads 20 kilonewton and 12 kilonewtons. Total there are 5 members: AC, AD, CD, CB and BD, and the distances are 4 meter and 3 meter. Okay, so first step is we have to find the reactions by using conditions of equilibrium. So I will share this PDF. Here I have shown how to find the reactions by using equilibrium conditions RA, HA and RB. So I have shown them in the figure, okay, with the directions. Now from step 2, our actual process for the graphical method gets started. Okay, so once you have this figure with you, in which you need the loads, you need the reactions. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to uh, mark the space between the external loads and reactions. For example, I will show you. I will copy this letter and I will put this letter between 14.5 kilonewton and 12 kilonewton load, so that in that space I have shown this as a, right? Or you can start from anywhere also. You can put this in between 5.5 and 14.5 also. So it is your choice basically. Okay, so we'll just put it here, the A. Next we will put the letter B in between 12 kilonewton and 20 kilonewton space. Okay, next we will put the letter C in between 20 and 12 kilonewton. Next we will put the letter D in between 12 kilonewton and 5.5 kilonewton. Okay, next we will put the letter E in between the load 5.5 and 14.5. Okay, so external equilibrium is completed. Now we have to find out the reactions, sorry, we have to find the member forces, so that I will put this letter in between. So if we see the space between E and F will be, there will be member AD. In between space B and F there will be member AC. Okay, so now for DB and CB we have to put another one letter. Okay, now our step 2 is completed. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to choose a suitable scale if you want to draw it on the paper. Otherwise, if you are drawing in the AutoCAD, you can directly go with the actual values. Means if you want to do on the paper, so choose 1 kilonewton is equal to, or 10 kilonewton is equal to 1 centimeter. Like that scale you can choose and you have to draw. Now what you have to draw, I will show you. So between space A and B there is a load of 12 kilonewton. Okay, and which is in the left direction. So select any point and draw 12 kilonewton, means 12 unit distance. Okay, now between B and C there is a 20 kilonewton load, so we'll draw a 20 unit line. I will give the name. So this is copy, we have to take, this is the A, this is your B, right? Now between space B and C there is a 20 kilonewton, so we have showcase here. So I will just copy this letter 2 up to this. Okay, now I think you know between A and B there is a 12 kilonewton left hand side, so we have come 12 kilonewton. In between B and C 20 kilonewton. Now in between C and D once again we have to go to the right 12 kilonewton. So I will select once again and I will horizontal 12. So this will become C and D. Okay, so I will just write this name here as a D, because this line is in between C and D. Now next we have to see between D and E there is a 5.5 kilonewton load downward direction. So you have to draw a 5.5 line. Okay, now this line is between D and E. Okay, so you have to mark here the letter E. Now this is your cross check, because between E and A, now you have to see here between E and A there is a 14.5 downward, so you can check the distance and it is 14.5, so means we have drawn it correctly. So just join this. Okay, now next is, now see here E and F, there are two letters, and in between E and F there is a horizontal line ED. Okay, now we have letter E with us but we don't have letter F, so there should be a line passing from E and at a certain distance there will be F. So we don't know EF is positive or negative, or it is on left hand side or right hand side. So we will draw a line from E on the both side, because we don't know. So I will just extend it on both the sides. Okay, why? We don't know where is the F, on right hand side, on left hand side, on how much distance it is. Okay, now next you can see B and F. Okay, between B and F there is a member AC, right? So do we have a point B with us? Yes, here there is a point B, so surely the line will start from B. Okay, now in which direction? So as the line is between B and F, we have to copy this line, and this is in between B and F, so first point must be on the B, so we have put here B. Now what you have to do means you have to draw a line parallel here, so I will just copy it and extend it. Okay, so this will be our point F. this will be our point F. Right now, if you see, there is another line EG. Okay, so, or we can say there is one member between G and D. Okay, so we have the point D, but we don't have any point G. So for that, what you have to do, you have to copy this line, or you can draw a parallel line in your notebook. Okay, so this will start from D because it is in between D and G. So just draw a line parallel and extend it. Right, I will just trim out this portion. Right, I will also trim this portion also. Okay, now this is D and G. Here you can see both the points F and G are at the same, so I can give the name here G. Okay, now you have to find the member forces. So member force between B and F. So see here the line, see the point B and see the point F. Now measure this distance. This distance is 24. So this is the table where I have written down the members, then forces that I have calculated manually by method of joint, nature by method of joint. Now graphically you have seen that we have got the member force as a 24. Similarly, I will show you AD. So member AD is in between E and F. So measure the distance between E and F. So this is the linear, measure it, and this is 7. Okay, now here you can see it is 7.32 and it is 7. Right, now just a minute. Precision, if I put here 0.002, 0.00, then we might have get some closure value. Okay, it is 24.17. okay, so you can see how close these values matches, almost same. And here it is 7.33 and here it is 7.32. so this is the way you just have to measure. Now next important point, we have to find out the nature. So how can we find out the nature? Let's consider a joint here. Suppose joint D we have considered. Now move in clockwise direction like E to F. Now see the E to F is a right hand side. E to F means the arrow is going towards the right, means here we have to go towards the joint, means towards the joint means compression. So AD member must be in compression. Here you can see manually we have find out the nature compressive, and by graphically we also have find out the nature compression. Similarly, I can show it for AC. So for AC member A to B, okay, A, B, F, like that. So A is here and B is here, means you have to go on away side from the joint A, means it is in the tension. So here you can see AC member is also in the tension. So this is the way you can solve any complex truss by using graphical method. I have solved this by manually also. I will upload this on my Telegram channel, so you can cross check other values also. Okay, so it is very simple. If you have AutoCAD or if you have the scale and page pen, you can solve very quickly. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe the Real Civil YouTube channel.